What's something SFW that you're embarrassed to have in your Google search history? Acronyms commonly used in my job. I have a bad memory. Edit, thanks for the upvoted and replies. I'm glad I'm not the only one. How many times I've had to Google child enemas. My son has a colon condition, but man, it would be awkward explaining it all. What does, insert word, mean? I used to repeatedly search sharks with braces to the point where it automatically recommended it when I started typing S in the search bar. People I know. I don't do it often, but it always feels like snooping. Were beaverfish in the Middle Ages? Sounds profoundly stupid, but there's a reason. The monks started classifying all kinds of animals as fish so they could bend Lent rules and eat meat. Calculator history. What's 6 by 6? How to spell simple words like penguin so that I don't look like an idiot to my 6-year who I am homeschooling in lockdown. Always typing in Wednesday. Just to make sure I spell it right. Fanfiction. When I worked a mental health related job, I was always Googling things like sexual abuse of children, suicidal ideation, self-harm, as well as many commonly used psychotropic meds and common street drugs. All work-related searches. I was wondering who played the Russian guy in the movie Snatch, so Googled Russian Snatch. Inserts symptoms exacerbated by anxiety and boredom. Am I going blind? Am I losing my mind? Am I going to die soon and or irreversibly destroy my health? Nope, just getting old. Words that my friends use. It makes me feel stupid if I don't know what a word means when they use it. My friend and I are both a wealth of random, useless facts. A few weeks ago he told me that if you rub pork fat on a cat's lips the cat would whistle, and there was lots of videos of it on YouTube. Like an idiot I fell for it and googled cat whistling with pork fat on lips. The amount of times I've had to look up the boiling time for hard-boiled eggs is pretty embarrassing. Edit, a full day later and I'm still being bombarded with people telling me how to cook eggs. What have I done? Thanks for all the awards though. How to spell Nuseskakaversary. How many kgs of blueberry cheese Danish can I eat without getting diabetes? I had to go look at my search history for this question and I have no recollection of ever searching this up, but it was there. Lol, this was about 3 years ago. I've drank 12 cups of coffee in 3 hours. Will I die? Why does the moon have teeth? I forgot to clarify in the search the moon from Solita, and if anyone reads that they'll think I'm insane. How to spell restaurant. What is the name of the cat in Garfield? Edit, my phone ringer was broken and I couldn't turn off notifications, now I might have detention for it. I am suffering from success. 20 different attempts at spelling a word I don't know. Most recently a phrase in a foreign language I only heard on a single recording and have no idea what it is or means. Houses on Zillow. Particularly in odd areas where there happens to be homes for sale. I just look at them, with absolutely zero intention of buying it. Symptoms of, insert every possible problem that could have symptoms like mine. How to pronounce hegemony. Turns out I've been saying it wrong my whole life. Good thing it doesn't come up much. I saw a feature on the news about women with an underbite. It mentioned how some men actually find it particularly attractive. Curiously, I googled attractive women with an underbite. The one time, my girlfriend wants to use my phone that Google and those search results spring straight up in Chrome. Now she thinks I have a fetish, man shrugging. True crime junkie here, and I shudder to think what people would think if they saw my browser history composed of blood splatter information, how deep a certain knife can cut, etc. etc. There's a company that makes fireproofing material called STI. I googled that and immediately regretted it. How to kill orphans when their parents die. I write software. I am a male aircraft pilot, small ones, and I am so into embroidery and needlework. Can babies see through their soft spot? I'm pretty sure the answer to this is no, but I wanted to see if maybe there was an obscure study showing that in fact they had intracranial photoreceptors which could in theory be activated by light traveling through the fontanelle, and in retrospect this is such a stupid idea that I feel bad wasting my employer's time looking up the answer on Google. How to spell, simple word. Kitten stuff. I am a 38-year-old man, and I love kittens. I was helping clean out my grandparents' estate last week, and I decided it was worth Googling vintage vibrator or curling iron before I went any further into their bathroom closet. Spoiler alert, it was a curling iron. I've talked about this before, but I used to work for KGB, which was this text messaging service where you could text a number, ask any question, and get an answer. This was before smartphones became super huge, so it was a bit of a helpful gimmick back then. However, for everyone that we got asking normal questions like movie times, or what restaurants were open near them, or stuff like that, we got a lot more people asking very stupid things that I would have to Google. I have this album of a bunch of weird questions that people sent to us. It was an interesting job that helped cover some things when I was in college, but it had me using Google for a lot of weird and embarrassing things. How to sit on a couch correctly. I have back pain and I feel like my couch sitting skills need to improve, but I still feel like a dummy for Googling it. I'm a protein biochemist, but I still need to look up the 20 amino acid structures half the time. I memorized them all for an undergrad exam, but have since forgotten them, as in the real world I can always look them up. Also, the correct spelling of dérailleur, part of a bike that changes the gears. What day is it / what day is, insert holiday. I frequently forget days. Google. I have way too many Twilight-related searches for a woman over 30. How do I do X activity I should know how to do for my job? My husband and I play this strange game where we ask each other random questions. We guess at the answers and then look it up to see if either of us are close. We've recently discovered that birds don't fart, but it's very likely that spiders do. Lol, our search histories would be quite comical at times. When I'm working on YouTube videos I got a spell check like every other word. How to address a letter. Yes, I am in Gen Z. Also, I didn't Google it, but I had to have a client help me write a check to them. That was an embarrassing moment. How many pads is normal to use a day? I felt like it was really heavy and it was only my second period. Little old me for scared I was dying. What's 32 plus 6? Anything coding related that doesn't have enough context, like how to kill a parent or how to remove the child from the parent. Violent pornography. It's just a System of a Down song. Super late here, but one time I went out and bought 36 baby chickens. There were 6 different breeds, and I forgot what the name of the breeds were. So in my mind the best way to figure this out was to Google black chicks. Those results were not at all what I expected. JavaScript for loops syntax. One time the tech guy at my work pulled me to the side to tell me he thought there might be terrorists working at our gym. This was back in the pre-Trump days and the dude kinda assumed I was conservative because I just didn't argue with him about his crazy shit. So he pulls up the search history to show me that somebody had been reading Al Jazeera. Yup, you caught me, I'm the terrorist who pulled up a news article one day. Do midgets have normal-sized dongs? Possible uses for a metric ton of pork rectums. How to complete video game quest and Easter eggs. Yeah. I'm a professional artist. My search history is pretty wild. The things I've looked up for reference photos include bog bodies, duck teeth, Russian cabins, which I learned are called dachas, pagan hand gestures, Golden Era Baghdad monasteries / architecture. So many different kinds of knives. I'm pretty sure there is not much difference between my search history and a serial killer's. If Golden Era Baghdad architecture is the outlier in your search history, it's safe to say you have a weird history. Reddit. What is Han Solo's last name? Oh god, my friends never let that one down, smiley face. ASMR. A million things about Minecraft and The Sims. I'm 46. What is aspirin used for? I'm a pharmacist. Granted, I was so sick that day and had no coverage. Huge brain fog experience. Very dangerous. Found a screen cap from a couple months ago of things I successively googled one day while unemployed. Racist Chinese piano with gong. Racist Chinese piano. Sheet music. Are orangutans dangerous? What jobs can orangutans legally work in the U.S.? How to get into Google incognito mode. You know what happens next. What is Tuscan creamed water? Because I saw it in a BuzzFeed quiz and I was confused because how do you cream water? What spices are best for curry? Following an hour later, how to get curry out of carpet. My curry. I work in mental health and had to research furries, BDSM and CBT. World of Warcraft content. If I look up builds or boss fights and leave the tab there for breaks, I feel a little dirty when someone walks by. Any basic math that I'm too lazy to do. Scrabble cheat to not lose quite so embarrassingly on Words with Friends against my gran. Trump naked cartoon. It ain't an SFW cause it's a funny tune, but I'm too embarrassed about it. Video guides and game facts. Entries for games I beat years ago.